Tulsa, Oklahoma survivor. I'm not going to use the M word for TikTok purposes. She has recently passed away at the age of 111 years old. So what we know what happened with the Tulsa situation. I got to be TikTok friendly. We know what happened with that. We know that they were attacked. They never got reparations for it, and there were people who survived. And those survivors, they went to Congress and wanted Congress to formally acknowledge what happened, not downplay it, and reparations be paid towards them. And they were denied. They were denied that. All right. And recently, she's passed away, and Barack Obama had came out and he made a statement. Barack Obama came out and made a tweet. He says, as a survivor of the Tulsa race situation, he says the M, but I'm not going to say that because it's TikTok. Viola Fletcher bravely shared her story so that we never forget this painful part of our history. Michelle and I, grateful for her lifelong work to advance civil rights and send our love to her family. Okay? So this is what Obama had said. And a lot of people, a whole lot of people are pushing back against this. A lot of people are actually outraged at Obama. A lot of people are outraged. A lot of people are mad. Obama is getting all over TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, Twitter, all over Twitter, all over YouTube. Obama is facing a bunch of backlash. I'm seeing YouTube videos about it. I'm seeing Twitter people are calling him everything but a child of God right now, because Obama had the opportunity when he was in office to do something for the survivors of the Tulsa incident. He was able to do something for them, and he completely ignored them. He didn't give them a dime. He didn't even recognize them. He never spoke about them. He never did anything to help. He never did anything to repair the damages, to advance the community. Now, he's done things for other people. A lot of people are bringing up that Obama, he's done things and he's given reparations for World War II survivors, Filipino World War II survivors. Just keep that in mind. And people are pulling up receipts about how Obama has given reparations. And I mean, Obama, apparently, a lot of people pulling up receipts. Obama was out here just cutting mad checks. He was just cutting check after check. And he completely ignored the survivors of Tulsa. He completely ignored them. And then when she passes away, he didn't advocate for them even after he left office. This is the first time anybody has seen Obama even acknowledge her existence or acknowledge the existence of any of the survivors or of the situation. Obama has not brought this up. So a lot of people are calling out the fact that this is very disingenuous for him to have this moment of mourning and sending love and prayers to the family if he had the opportunity to do something for her and for the family and chose not to and chose to ignore it. So I'm here to talk to y'all about the backlash. I want to know if y'all think that this backlash is justified, or what do y'all think about his statement? What do y'all think he should have done? What do you think should be done? And then maybe give your opinions on her life and what you might think about the situation. Hey, Zizi, how you doing?
I am good, darling. How are you?
I'm great, beloved. We got 10K on For the Culture, y'all.
Yes, we did.
10K on For the Culture, guys. Everybody's loving the channel. Channel is busting. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Hi, Easy.
Great. BX.
So can I make this disclaimer? If you have a foreign flag in your bio and you want to say we're wild for disrespecting Obama, shut up.
Who says that? Who said that?
Latina lady in the chat. I just
Oh Lord.
commented yours.
Girl.
Right. And it's because, first of all, we are of a lineage here that built this nation. Obama is half Kenyan, but we treated him as one of our own. Even stomped the yard for him to be in office twice. If you didn't understand what Afro Elite said, he neglected the lineage who survived Tulsa, Oklahoma. The first BOMBS dropped on this land was dropped on them, and he ignored them. He gets no respect.
He doesn't. Nope. He absolutely doesn't. Absolutely not. Um, no, he doesn't. Okay. Y'all just, and this is how you know you can't defend Obama. You are not able to come up. If you want to come up, if what we're saying about Obama is wrong, feel free to come up.
Yo,
If we're being too harsh, if we're being too mean on Obama, feel free. This is not an echo chamber. Feel free to come up. But the fact that you refuse to do that proves our point, really. It proves our point, really. Zizi, did you see this on Twitter or?
I did. I was just about to ask you. Did he make a post about her, or
Yeah,
what did he
made a
say?
post. He did make a post. He made a statement saying that, summarizing, saying, she lived a long life and she will never be forgotten. And thank you for sharing your story. Michelle and I are sending love to you and the family.
Oh, brother. Yeah, they some bullshit. Absolutely agree. She'll never be forgotten, but you forgot about her ass while she was here. R.I.P. to the ancestors. She was the ancestors now, but that's insane. Highly offensive, and both of them have kind of been trying to backtrack and trying to act like trying to black it up a little bit. I think they see, not I think, I know they see, because they study everything we damn do. So I know they see the delineation movement that's happening, and so both of them are trying to black American it up, and act like they're more connected to the culture than they are. So I'm not even surprised that he would. He should have just shut his damn mouth, because if you wasn't going to address the issues that she was putting at the forefront before she passed, then what was even the point of you even addressing or acknowledging her passing? That was, what I'm saying? You didn't acknowledge, you didn't even acknowledge her while she was here, honestly. So, yeah, like BX said, the fact that egregious thing happened on this land to our people, that alone, honestly, that alone should be enough for reparations right there. We keep it in a buck. That right there is enough. But even the last 400 years, the egregious things that have repeatedly happened, the fact that we, like she said as well, that we really took him in as one of our own. He was one of the OG tethers. That's crazy as hell. One of the OG tethers that we really allowed to come in, and we propped up twice. 2 times back to back is insane for you not to even look out slightly for us as a people. But it's understandable, because we know that the president is selected, not, not elected. And they know exactly what type of black person they was trying to put up in it. That's why they got a tether to get up in there and to practice benign neglect towards black Americans and have us distracted by all of this blackity black bullshit that he wasn't even really with. So yeah, I think they trying to do that to try to butter us back up. I don't know what they got planned in the next couple of years, but I keep seeing them pop up when it comes to surrounding, involving themselves in something either in a black issue or adjacent to black issues. So I'm like, I don't know what they got planned in the next couple of years, but it seems like they're building up to something, because that's no coincidence that he felt the need. Not even felt the need. He was probably told to post something about this sister. I think it's highly disrespectful and disingenuous. I can't get with it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that after Obama, first off, I agree. And after Obama had left office, everybody's talking about the fact that he was supposed to leave office as a black icon, as a legend in the black community. He was supposed to be revered in the black community, and the actual opposite wound up happening. Okay. And the more it went since he left office, I'm talking about the second term, since he's left office, the less and less he's gotten respect, and he's being given respect from the newer generations. Millennials, the younger millennials, don't really have no respect. No millennials really have too much respect for him. You don't have anybody in Gen Z. They're not having no respect for him. Gen Y, and then you're starting to see even the older generation are losing respect for Obama. That's just the truth of the matter. So of course he has to come out there and he has to try to blacken it up now, because he has no credibility in the black community whatsoever. Okay, he's not only doesn't have any credibility, he's an op, which is what a lot of people consider him. All right, and
Yeah,
like you
brother.
said, if he never even acknowledged her existence, he never acknowledged the situation at all, and there was so much he could have done. Not even with Congress, he could have done by himself through executive order, through being the head of the executive branch of government. There was a lot of things he could have done, and he refused to do any of those things. Now you're going to wait for her to pass away to be all like, hey, sending thoughts and prayers to the family. That
Afro, that's exactly what I was. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, he was in office for 8 years, and he could have gave reparations to the people of, the ancestors of that situation, and he didn't do anything. So he's just all cap. He's all talk, no walk when it comes to the FBAs, when it comes to Black Americans, and it's just like, come on, Obama. Like, come on, man. Why you gonna wait all this time to speak up and not put that work in when you're in office and pass that money out? Like, So it's just a whole bunch of, and I agree with what you said. I didn't even think about it like that when you said like he's losing the people. He's probably doing this just to get the people back a little bit on his side. Like, oh yeah, now Obama's speaking up for us, but nah, let's not fall for that. And I don't think we're falling for it. I don't
we
think it's
have, yeah,
worth it.
we have to
Yeah,
be
I agree
very.
100%, bro.
Thank you. We have to be very conscious when politicians, and this is something that they do when they leave office, whether they're the mayor, governor, a sitting official, whether they're the president, when they leave office and then they become activists and they care about all of these issues for the people, when they don't have the power to do certain things, then you see all of this care and concern. But when they have the power to do those things are never on their to-do list. When they have the power to sign any type of legislation, to have the FBI investigate or do anything like that, it's not a concern. But then when you
I have
don't
a
have,
question.
because
I have a
Obama
question for
doesn't,
you, bro.
when Obama doesn't have any type of power at all, he has no control over government at this point in time right now. So now it's easy for him to go up there and start saying, oh man, what happened to her was wrong and all of that stuff. He wouldn't have done that if he was still the president. Because if he was still the president, then he would be able to do something. Now he's waiting to, and it's safe for him to say something now because there's nothing he can do. You understand? So we got to be very careful with that, because this is what a lot of politicians like to do. And because people have short memory, what happens is that people remember the most recent thing, and people remember that the activism of the politician instead of the neglect of the politician. But we're having people up in here. We're having people pile in. We're not going to be on long tonight because I have something to do very early in the morning. So I do want to get this space out here. I mean, this live. I want to get this live out here. So you guys want to request up as soon as possible. Because every time
And
we try to shut the live down, y'all be requesting up like, ooh, let me come on in here and let me say this one thing. Let me say this one thing. If y'all want to speak, speak. If y'all want to speak, speak. All right. With that being said, BX, do you have anything you want to add? And then if you
yeah,
do
because
or
the
don't,
chat is already pissing me off, right? So I'm
yeah.
gonna say this, y'all. Athlete allows everybody to speak, but what I won't do is see the continuous, what I deem to be disrespectful comments. You can come up on the panel. Don't be a punk. There's 4 boxes open. Request up, or I'm gonna mute you until you do come up. See how that works? Because you don't get to insult us with your whole chest in the comments about a matter as this. Okay, this isn't entertainment. This is real life. This is harm. This lady survived the worst, and the least the so-called first Black president could have did was acknowledge her while she was alive, not in when she transitioned. That's our whole point, right? But we see what he did for the LGBTQ community, correct? They got the right to marry. Wasn't that him? And some other things. He gave Guam reparations. He gave a Native American tribe the biggest reparations of a certain tribe's history. And you mean to tell me he couldn't at least give her, if not all Black people? And there was 3 survivors and they transitioned throughout the course of their fight for reparations, which they never saw. And he was in office for what's that, 8 years? At
Hmm.
least give them their reparations, even if he didn't want to help the whole lineage after. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't get to say but so much down there. Come up and discuss it with the host. I'm gonna remain on mute because I might be a little emotional behind
Hmm. And
it.
if we're, here's the thing, if what we're saying is wrong, and if you actually believe it, see, this is why I don't believe what you guys are saying. You guys don't, because you guys don't believe it. Because if you guys did believe it, you would come up here and you would say it, which means you guys really don't believe he's correct. You really believe he's wrong. You just don't like us talking about it.
Bring your tail up right now if you want to talk all this junk down in the comments.
Then, yeah, I mean, it's open. We ain't gonna beg them, but just don't be. And we ain't having trolling in the chat room, not tonight. Let's get to it's crazy.
Hey man, I watch your show, man. I really enjoy your show, man.
Well, thank you.
I'm from Kenya, by the way.
You're from Kenya?
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
but my kids are FBA though. Do
Okay.
can I claim that though? Cause my kids, my wife, she was born in the United States. Her parents were born in the United States. They've been here since the 1600s.
All right. Right. Well, then they're bi ethnic then. So I mean, they technically are. Yeah.
Okay. And I be listening to your show, man. Look, I be tired of hearing African talking shit all goddamn day. This should be annoying. It don't even make no sense. And I think it's just jealousy. That's really what it is at the end of the day.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you then. Appreciate that. Uh, you aren't now. I don't think he was saying for the chat room. I don't think he's saying he's FBA. I think he's referring to his kids. Let's get to Elvito. Elvito,
Yeah,
what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
man. I feel like the FBA. I just have like back thoughts.
Mm,
About FBA is just
Did he
topic.
say his ethnic
I
group?
think it should be labeled. I think it should
yeah,
be
Elvito, where are you
called
from? Where are
something.
your parents
Hold
from?
on,
Where did they immigrate from?
Harvey. What?
Come on, Elvito. We've been through this before. You've been up here
Where
before.
are you from?
Where you from, man?
What
I'm
state you
from New York.
claiming?
I'm from New
Where'd
York.
your parents
It's
immigrate
not.
from?
They migrated from the south. Well, I mean, not my parents, but my grandparents migrated from the deep south.
Mm-hmm. He always tell me
I'm
that.
like,
He always
My,
tell
my,
me
my,
that.
my,
I'm more
my.
Places in the South your parents come from?
the deep south,
What
Alabama,
states? What
Mississippi,
state? Okay.
Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida.
Three places. They came from three places. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, yep, three places. So,
All right. Well, what's talk
so
to us. Talk to us. Then what's on your mind? What
yeah,
was you
yeah.
first to say?
FBA is kind of like not falling off, but like it's not labeled
That's the
properly.
prompt. No, ain't
Hold
no
on. That's in
hold
my
on.
mind. He said,
Hold on. That's not the
he said,
prompt.
Oh,
The
ain't nothing
prompt is
falling off. What you
about
talking
Viola
Okay.
Fletcher and Obama. It ain't that hard. You got an issue with FBA, take it up on a different time, a different topic. Today's about
what's in
Miss
my mind?
Viola Fletcher and Obama's lack of respect for her when she was alive. Stay there on that topic. Thank you.
Yeah, read the prompt, bro.
All right. My fault. I didn't even know that was the topic, but
How'd you
um,
not know? What'd you think the topic was?
I thought you could just come in and speak your mind, like you said. You could
So you're
say,
not. I said, what's on your mind? I assumed you came up to address the prompt, like everybody else who came up to address the prompt. This isn't just no open mic.
I mean, I think you
And
should
if
have some open mic. Why not? Why not?
Well,
I'm just
that's not
speaking
what
my
we're doing
thoughts.
tonight. That's not what we're doing tonight. Do
But
you
I
have
don't feel
any?
like,
Do you have a comment about the prompt? Yes or no?
all right, so I feel like Obama, you know, we did respect her, even though she didn't receive any restitution,
Mm.
while she's alive, but he did met with her. I think I see some videos in the past that he met with her and stuff like that in the past. But the court system, so like Obama doesn't control the court system. He could have had intervened the court system, but he didn't intervene. Um, so she gets some sort of money, restitution from her family and stuff like that. But
He could have wrote an
it's it's
executive
up
order though.
it's up to the court or the Supreme Court where they were trying to go through is up to them. But Obama could have, probably pushed I don't know what he could have done, but what Trump doing, he's doing a lot of different things,
You
making a
said you think Obama showed her respect because he met with her.
I think I seen something like probably like six
When did
years
that
ago.
happen? When did that
I,
happen?
all right, I think I seen
'Cause
something with
to my recollection, Obama has never met or acknowledged her ever. And then I just looked it up. Obama, I've not seen a single acknowledgement from Obama about her existence until that post, until that tweet.
so there was another individual that was around her age, whatever, that he
So,
met. There
okay.
was somebody, I think it was her or it was another
No, it
person, I
wasn't
think it was a
her.
guy.
Okay, so you're
So
saying
I'm
he
not
met with a
sure.
survivor, and there's
No,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing that the president of the United States of America could have done.
Yeah, he could have. So Obama,
So if
when
he,
he was
well,
when he
here's
was
the
a
thing: if he
president,
could have done something, if
he
he
didn't
could have,
use his
hold
right
on, hold
hand.
on, hold on, hold on. If he could have done something and he didn't do it, how are you going to make the argument that he's showing her respect?
So I don't know. Obama didn't use his authority like what Trump doing. He didn't use his authority like, hey, I'm gonna, force certain
No, no,
things
no, no, no,
by
no, 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 no.
Supreme Court.
Stop, stop,
So
stop,
certain
stop. Hold
things,
up.
and
Let me
also
give you
hold
some
on.
rules. Let me give you some rules.
Can I
No,
speak my
hold on.
mind?
I'm
You
gonna let
said
you
speak my
go. I'm
word.
gonna let you go. But let me just give you this rule. Don't bring up Trump. Leave Trump alone. Leave Trump out of this situation right here.
I'm
Because
just a,
every single
I'm
time,
just
hold on, and
comparing.
the reason I'm saying that is because every single time we say anything about Obama, we say anything about the Democrats at all, it's is the conversation gets deflected to, well, you know what, Trump is Trump, and you see Donald Trump does something, and people don't want to be like Donald Trump. It all goes back to Donald Trump. Don't bring up Donald Trump
No,
because
I'm
when Obama,
saying that
hold on, when
his
Obama,
tactic.
stop. When Obama was president, Donald Trump wasn't. Donald Trump wasn't even a politician until Obama left office. So Donald Trump had nothing to do. He did not stop Obama from doing what he wanted to do in any way at all. So don't do that.
Right, right. He should have known there's his limit. He not using his full authority as a president when he was elected during the early 2000s. Trump using whatever he got.
What I
He
tell you?
also
What I tell you?
putting.
can I say this? I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Alvito, you sound tetherish. That's what tethers do. Go on mute for a minute. So the old lady he's talking about that Obama met with is said to be a child of an enslaved person. I remember when he met with her. She is not a survivor of Tulsa at all.
Yeah.
So it was another person, right?
Correct.
All right. So
Also,
I
no,
remember.
hold
I
on, hold
remember
on, hold on,
something.
hold on, hold on. Also, I mentioned when I gave my submission, Obama gave reparations to Guam. He also gave reparations to a Native American tribe who has seen, and it was said to be one of the biggest reparations at that time, right? Reparations allotments at that time. So, I want to hear about his presidential capabilities where he could give those specific people or groups tangibles for the way they were harmed. When we know for a fact that Viola Fletcher and her family was harmed, and so were the other two living survivors who have preceded Viola Fletcher in transitioning. So, Alvito, stop playing with us tonight. And I'm seeing they're saying you're Haitian and your actions are showing that you're acting mighty tetherish, especially being from New York. Cut it out. You're embarrassing us. Thank you. I land Afro.
I think I was gonna say his ass was Dominican. I was close. That's hilarious.
That's why I asked where his parents
When
immigrated
you
from. I didn't even ask where he's from. Where'd your parents immigrate from? I already know, Alvito. Well, I've done this enough times with you to know you are not a part of the lineage. Come on now. Don't
My
do that.
lineage is more intact, more connected to America than you, I would say. I'm more,
And you know that how? How do you know that?
crazy, man. What?
I mean, I could go back a few generations, to the deep south. I could go past my grandparents and
You
great
capping.
grandparents.
And I can't do that.
You capping.
I mean, I feel like,
You lying, bro.
and I have native ancestry too. So I
Okay,
mean,
you're done. You're
I'm
done. You're
more,
not even. You're not even. You're done. That's it. Way to
Yeah.
crash land your plane. All right.
no,
Okay, mute up, Alvito. Maybe we'll find it
What's
in our
up, bro?
hearts to talk to you again. Mute up, Alvito. So I want to say this. There's a thing such as lineage verification. A few organizations do it. What they do is ensure your ancestors are who you say they are and that you'll be reparations ready if reparations was allocated out tomorrow, let's say. My lineage is very well documented, right? And it's also verified. Alvito, before we take you seriously, would you like your lineage verified?
yeah, I can verify that.
Okay, I'll give you the link and somebody to talk to.
I
Go
mean,
back on mute. Go back on mute. I won't hear no more. Not from you until we find out who you are really, because you up here just doing the most and
And
claiming New York, embarrassing me. Stop it. Mute up.
nah,
Mute up.
nah.
Okay, so this is serious. This is serious. Please mute up. We'll play
I'm
around
being
another day.
serious.
Mute
Like,
up. Why I
Dude,
gotta
shut
keep
up.
saying
Shut up.
something more than once? Okay, Afro, go ahead. Feel free to move on.
Yeah. Let's get to Big Don Solon.
Hey Alfro, what's good, bro?
What's going on, brother?
Cool, and yeah, just want to speak on Obama. Basically, he just digging his grave deeper and deeper. He just letting everybody know how fake he is. And the midterms right around the corner, plus the next election. He
Hmm.
just really putting a big black eye on the Democrats. So whole time, I just want to make sure that we really put this in the archive so we can whip it back out around election time and let them know that the Democrats really haven't bringing nothing for us. And I land with that.
Yeah. They gotta kind of earn back that black credibility. Which is what Obama's doing by just acknowledging this. Because let's be honest, I ain't seen too many other people acknowledge this. I ain't seen too many other Democrats acknowledge this. I ain't seen everybody's favorite Indian, your sister girl Harris. I ain't seen. Maybe she's getting ready for Thanksgiving, cleaning her greens in the bathtub right now. Maybe she's just too busy, cleaning those greens in the bathtub to acknowledge this. But I ain't seen her, the pro black woman that you guys were saying she was. I ain't seen her acknowledge that. There's a lot of Democrats I ain't seen really acknowledge that. The reason being is because when you acknowledge that, they are forced to also acknowledge the conversation of reparations,
Can I ask a
which is a
question?
conversation that they don't want to talk about.
Can I ask a question?
Uh, yeah, what's your question, real quick, and then we'll get to El Hodge.
I just want to know. I don't understand this. Why they keep bringing Obama? Like, bro, you already did your time. Why you they keep bringing this dude out to speak about nonsense that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? They keep bringing this dude out for what? I'm like, you already ran for president. Sit your ass down. You retired. Why they keep bringing this dude out for? That's my question.
Dude, El Vito,
Can we
stop
drop?
trolling, dude.
Yeah, we could actually.
Yeah,
Can we drop him?
you have a good night, El Vito.
I don't know. I'm
Thank
not gonna
you.
know how to do this.
No, but
Hold on.
that was a serious
Let me.
question. I
The
was not trying to
reason
troll at
why. Hold
all. I
on. Let
was.
me answer.
Go ahead.
Let me answer the question. The reason why they keep rolling out Obama is because Obama was supposed to be, and he is to a degree. We're not going to say he's completely ineffective, because when it comes to the older generation, the baby boomers, who they're kind of living vicariously through what they deem a black quote unquote person in office, and that being the first black anywhere was a big deal to a certain demographic of people. And being the first black anything means that you've earned some type of title and credibility and reverence in the community forever. Okay. So these people, so anytime Obama comes out, it's almost a guarantee that he's going to get the baby boomer generation on lock. Okay. A little bit of the what they call it, Gen Z generation. He kind of has the Democratic shields too. The people who are stuck in the first quote unquote black field. Those are those people. You know, that's why they keep rolling him out, because they need a mascot. They need somebody who can get out there and be charismatic and grab the audience's attention and get the citizenships, the citizens in line. And that was supposed to be what Obama was supposed to be. Like I said, Obama was supposed to have a legacy that existed for the rest of his life after office in the black community. That was the plan, for Obama to be revered like he was a Dr. King. And the Democrats were going to use that forever. They were going to use that anytime they needed to get the black vote. They were going to send Obama out there, and he was going to fetch the black vote and deliver it to them. All right. But he messed up by ignoring black people. He messed up. Not only did he ignore black people, he elevated all of the other buffer classes. So it wasn't just an ignorance, it was a stabbing in the back from Obama. All right. So with that, people started to wake up and realize all of the black faces and high places stuff that we've been taught to aspire to is over with. It's garbage. All right. But they're rolling him out really out of desperation. Because who else? No other Democratic politician gets a crowd. Nobody else has a base. One thing now, Elvito's gone. I can't say one thing about what you can say about Trump, love him or hate him, is that he has a very strong base that will show up if he shows out. Obama is the closest person in the DNC establishment, because he's technically out of office, and the DNC establishment that can do that. But he's the biggest person who has name recognition, has been in office, has anything that can remotely do what Trump is doing. All right. But Trump's thing is that even though Trump's base is mad at him right now, all right, because Trump is very wishy-washy on a lot of stuff, but Obama's supposed base, his targeted base, hate him. That's his problem. Obama's targeted base, which is supposed to be foundational black Americans, are loudly rejecting him. That's his problem. And he's doing little acts like this to try to earn back that, I always did love black people, me and Michelle. And every tweet he makes is him and Michelle. They might as well have a joint account the way he makes his tweets. I don't see Michelle making tweets like that, me and Obama, but I see him making tweets like that, me and Michelle, me and Michelle, me and Michelle. Okay. And he keeps using Michelle too, because that's his beard to get credibility in office too. His black wife. Look, me and Michelle. Okay.
Can I add a statement though?
Very briefly, because I want to be fair and get to the other hand.
Quick though. Me born in Kenya and listening to I think this was like either last year or the year before, when Obama was basically trying to chastise black people. I think he was somewhere talking. I felt offended about that. I'm like, who the hell are you? You don't tell white people this shit. You telling black folks this shit. I think he was saying something. I think this was when Kamala Harris laws. Basically, he was talking down on black folks, black men specifically. I was offended about that. I'm like, who the hell are you to think you can just tell black American what the hell they need to be doing? You ain't did shit for them.
Yeah. I mean, he really does not have a right. He don't got a right to do anything but apologize, to be honest. Not that his apology would be forgiven, but he don't have a right to do anything else. I appreciate that. Let's get to El Hodge.
Go ahead.
El Hodge, you can unmute yourself. El Haj, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Okay, well, El Haj is not. Okay, that's not El Haj. So I don't know if you know how to unmute yourself. I know you said you didn't know how it works. So figure
Oh,
out how to do that, and we'll. Okay,
hello?
there you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm new at this. I'm 56 years old, man.
Okay.
I did it. Okay.
All right. Where are you
Whew.
from? Where are your people from?
Brooklyn, New York, Black American.
All right.
That style do or die. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. The first thing that Obama did that turned me off, and this was during his first election, and yes, I did vote for him, right? Um, Remember when the brother from I forgot what state it was, he was approached by a police officer who accused him of breaking in his own house, and Obama invited both of them to the White House to have a beer.
Mm.
Yeah, that was stupid. And I was like, wait, how you gonna invite a racist police officer to have a beer with you and the man that he tried to accost? I didn't get that. Now, here's one more thing. There's a video of a reporter asking Barack Obama, Mr. Obama, Mr. President, you've done all these things for the Jewish, and you've done all these things for the gays and the lesbians, and so on and so forth. He said, when are you going to specifically do something for Black America? Obama's response was, that's not how America works. But it worked that way for those other groups. And I mean, right then and there, I knew he was definitely not for us.
Yeah.
And I still have the video. Anytime I hear some of the people on Facebook or whatever, whacking him off, I send them that video, and then they don't know what to do with themselves. That's all. I mean, I'm just like, he wasn't for us. I knew he wasn't for us after his first term, in the middle of his first term, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely had a problem with him. And the Democratic Party as a whole.
Yeah. There's the only pro I can say to Obama is that Obama really ended the era of the black faces in high places thing. After
Yes,
Obama did what he did, that facade of we need more black people in high places, that facade
right.
just went away.
Yeah,
Okay,
it died.
that's and it is not that he intended to do that because they didn't
Right,
intend on having that effect. They
right,
really didn't. But that is the effect that he had because
right.
a lot of people was all like, you know what, all it is you just vote for anybody because they're quote unquote black and you
Right,
know just you got to stick more black people in high places equals elevation for the community. People have
exactly.
understand that was a facade after him.
Right. But
Okay,
here's the
and
here's the
and
thing.
really honestly he was almost the nail in the coffin, or not all of him because Biden took a
Right,
big chunk of that too, but he was
right.
really the beginning of the downslide of the Democratic Party.
Exactly.
Okay, he was literally the peak. He
Uh
was
huh.
literally the peak of the Democratic
Right,
Party right after his first term. Really, right after
right.
his first term, the Democrats have been going down, 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 down,
That's right.
and the only thing that was able to save them was a pandemic where Biden was able to beat Trump,
Yeah.
and then you saw what happened. But it's
Right.
not been the same since Obama.
Right. Now wait. I just got to say this one more thing. And look, it's a little bit off the topic. Not off the topic of political stuff, but um, the Congressional Black Caucus. They're also our enemies, and they've been our enemies since they got that spot.
Mm,
They've done nothing for Black America, and the whole reason of their being was to do things for Black America. That's the exact whole reason why that conglomerate got put together.
yeah,
They've done nothing for us. They are first to usher in everything and like all the rights and the Asians, the things that I said about Obama. Those people, that's what they focus on. Israel, so on and so forth. They care nothing about Black America. They've done nothing. So, when people go to vote, they don't think about that. They just think Democrat, Democrat. But
Yeah,
they've done nothing.
yeah. And we got to really educate people, especially right before the midterms,
Yes, sir.
because the Democrats have successfully. I will give them this. If I give them anything, I got to give them this. They have successfully branded their party as the party of the moral people, the party of the underdogs, the party of the working people, the party of black people, the
Right.
party of civil rights.
Right.
And
Hey,
they've rode that horse until the horse is
right.
now gone.
But
The
but the
horse is gone
first
now.
but the first three civil rights acts, the Democratic Party was against. The only reason why it went through because of the Republican Party. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
68, 65, 68, and 70. Those are the three civil rights bills that the Democratic Party was against.
Mm.
And it only went over because of the Republican Party. So it's
Yeah.
like, come on, are you kidding me? Look, I'm 56 years old. I've been voting for a long time, and I'm be honest with you. When you see things are still the same, no matter who, especially when you're voting for the Democratic Party. No, nothing has changed with them. You lose hope. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, I'm 56. I fought in the war. I was a cop. I did all these things, and my people are still going through the same thing,
Mm.
which is unconstitutional.
Well, thank you for your
No.
service, but that's very true. I appreciate that, brother. Let me get to some of the other speakers.
Afro, before you move on, can I say something? Shout out to you, El Haj, right? I love your name. My son used to go to an elementary school with that name.
I
But
thank you.
finally, a New Yorker with some sense. But I want to say this. Sister Brooke is in the chat. However, I believe she may be at work. So I just want to say that I am dropping links for the U.S. Freedmen's Project and their calls to action. They have been invited to speak upstate New York at a reparations hearing. And the founder of the U.S. Freedmen's Project, which is based in New York, right, has been invited, I think, to speak in a forum about reparations that's pretty Pan-African. So we do need an FBA voice there. And they have some directions on what help they need to make that goal possible for them. So towards the end, if Sister Brooke could come up, if not, I'm just going to drop public spirit. I'm just going to drop Afro, if it's okay with you, way to donate to them to help with expenses to get at least to the one out of state.
Mm. Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. All right, hold on. We got to get to Chief.
Okay,
Chief.
so I gotta mute mine.
Yeah. So there's no
Press the
background.
I just gotta press the microphone thing.
Yeah.
All right, peace.
Peace to you, brother. Thank you. Chief Ali. You can unmute yourself. Okay. You got to press the microphone button. Well, all right then. Let's get to Mike. Mike the cat.
Hey, I'm here,
How you
and
doing?
it's a blessing to be on this panel. I'm doing wonderful. It's been a gambit because I've been requested on so many panels, but yeah, your question is very interesting. So, can I address your prompt first?
Yeah. Where are you from though? Where are your people from though?
My people are currently from America. I'm a fifth generation American born here, but I am of Haitian ancestry. We've been here since 1794.
Okay. All right. Now you said you wanted to address the prompt.
Yes.
All right.
So Obama is faking like the back. What is the disingenuous of him mourning a Tulsa survivor when on his mother's side he descends from John Punch.
Well, it's disingenuous because when Obama was in office, when he had the power to do something to try to provide some degree of justice for the Tulsa survivors, he didn't do that. He never acknowledged the suffering of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He never acknowledged the survivors. He did not acknowledge that. Even in the post or tweet he made, he said that she advocated for civil rights. Even that's disingenuous. She advocated for reparations. And Obama doesn't want to use the word reparations. Obama wants to use the word civil rights because that's more palatable to non-black people. That's not specific. So
I agree with
even
you.
in that sense, that's a
I
very
agree.
that's kind of shady
I
how
agree
he
with
did
you.
that.
I agree with you that he wasn't as forceful as we would have wanted him to be, but in the climate that we had, where people were literally lynching him by effigies, like it was not the moment to do that. I wanted more from him than we got. I will
That's not
agree
true.
with
It's
you
Okay,
on
it's
that.
hold on. Let him go ahead. Let him go ahead.
No, I agree with you on that. He did not rise to the moment. I am not an Obama defender. I was disappointed with him as well. But I was just addressing the prompt, whereas he has the same right as you have,
Hmm.
because I don't think that you're a survivor or a descendant of the people that were in Tulsa.
No, no, I'm not.
Yeah. So, but as black people, we have to make sure that they know
But
that
you said
history.
he has the same right I have. I've acknowledged Tulsa, Oklahoma for years, and I've always acknowledged Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've acknowledged the survivors in the case that they made when they went to Congress and demanded reparations, and that the government acknowledged what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So
Yeah, well,
so
you know,
I've done
no,
more
no,
for if you comparing me to Obama, Obama's been the president. I've
I am
never
not
been a
comparing
politician,
you.
and I've still done more to recognize the harms of Tulsa, Oklahoma than Obama has.
Yeah, no, I've never compared you to him, so that's not what I was
No,
doing.
but you're saying like, well, I'm not a survivor and I'm in the same boat Obama's in.
Yes,
But
no,
I'm saying
no,
even if
we
I
have
am,
to.
I've still done more to acknowledge the harms of Tulsa. And this is why people are upset is because Obama waited until after she's dead and gone and now nothing can be done. At least in her case, there still is one more survivor, but in her case, nothing can be done because she's gone and her brother is gone. So nobody from
Well,
her family is a survivor.
no, well, the thing of it is that his acknowledgement is palliatory. It's just an acknowledgement, which means nothing. And I agree that it means nothing at this point. I agree with you on that point. It means nothing that he's acknowledging her now. It means absolutely nothing. But at the end of the day, the case has been brought forth multiple times for the survivors of the Tulsa Massacre to get reparations for themselves. And I've seen it successfully done in my own home state, Florida. Florida has paid reparations to the survivors of Rosewood. So they could have did it for Tulsa. But unfortunately, they don't want to open that gate for some reason. And Obama didn't have the right to open the gate. And I'm not saying that him acknowledging her and doing that, I have no kind of purview to say that him acknowledging her right now is not a thing. But guess what? The average African American today don't even know who she is, don't even know what she struggled with. So the fact that he's bringing her name to light is a good thing.
Okay.
I'll accept that.
Let's when you say African American, I'm assuming you meaning foundational Black American, right? Let me ask you
I
this
don't believe
question.
in foundation.
Let
Wait,
me
I
ask you
don't
this.
believe in foundational. Okay, go
It's
ahead.
not something you believe in or don't believe in. It's not up to you to believe or not believe in it. but because it is a lineage, and you're not even a part of the lineage, so your opinion on it doesn't really.
I'm a very
Uh,
big part of the
you
lineage.
you you
I'm
admitted
a very
earlier.
big
You
part.
admitted earlier that you were
I've
not.
been
So
here
so
since
unless you were and
1794.
stop, unless you
That
were
don't mean
lying,
absolutely nothing.
stop. You admitted that you weren't.
Yeah.
You admitted that you
1794.
weren't. You admitted that you're a
You are
descendant of
absolutely
immigrants. You already admitted that. So I don't know why you're lying this far. You,
No, sir.
if you're gonna lie, you should have lied from the beginning. You already told the truth. You
I'm
can't
not
circle back and lie
lying.
now. There's
One,
no point in doing
one
that.
I'm not
moment,
And I'm not
lying,
even
Mr.
getting,
Host.
sir. I'm
sir.
not lying. Wait,
Show
wait,
some
Hold
decorum.
on, because I'm not even getting on
Shakur,
you about that.
you're
But I'm
accusing
gonna
me of
say
something.
you're sitting up there trying to say Obama shed light. And when Obama was president, when everybody was listening to Obama, when Obama had more recognition and clout than he ever had, Obama did not shed light on the situation of Tulsa. Obama did not recognize the survivors of Tulsa or the incident of Tulsa. He did not. Now, years later, when Obama is the least relevant Obama has ever been, he's going to say something after she's passed away. And you're going to say the average black person, Foundation Black American, doesn't know who she is. They know about Tulsa. I can guarantee you, the average FBA knows about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they know that no reparations were paid. And
Okay,
even still, it's the average
but
Foundation Black American has never been a politician, let alone the president of the United States. So the average person did not have any ability to do anything. Obama did have an ability to do something, and Obama ignored that. You understand? Obama ignored
okay.
it.
All right, brother.
Moment.
I'm saying
That's
that.
something that he
Wait.
said. He said he's been here, his family has been here since 1794, so that he is like he can relate or has a part of it. White people have been here longer than 1794. Are they a part
Yep.
of our lineage or like let's be
Hell
for
no.
real. The fact that you can it
Wait,
shows me
what are
that
y'all
your people
doing?
differentiated themselves and kept on to some Haitian culture.
Well,
So
you
you
said
Yes,
never
we
wanted to
17.
did.
be
Hold
fully a
on. You
Yes,
part
said,
of
hold
this
on.
lineage anyway.
You said your
yes, we
parent. Your
did.
hold on. You said your parents been here from 1794.
Yes,
How?
not my living parents, sir. My
No, I know
You
that
ancestors.
your
know.
family, your family has been here.
Yes,
They came here in
yes.
1794, but they came here from Haiti.
1794. Yeah, they came from Haiti straight to Louisiana, New
But
Orleans.
okay,
He's
but there
buried
was
in the
no
11th
okay.
parish.
Haiti didn't exist until 1804.
Okay, sir, I want you to go Google Christopher Columbus maps. When he discovered Hispaniola, all of his maps mentioned IET. So the
That
land was known as IET before he got there. So the people that
no,
come from there have always been Haitians. Before it was Saint Domingue, before it was Hispaniola, it was
Lord
always
have
known
mercy.
as IET. And
Okay,
that is why when Toussaint got the country back, he gave it its original name back. And that's why it's called Haiti today.
so
So it was always
your
Haiti.
family immigrated in the towards the United States willfully, correct?
Well, no, actually, my
Wait,
parents
hold on.
were brought
Wait a
here.
second. Wait a
Wait,
second. Wait a
wait,
second.
wait, wait,
Oh,
wait. My ancestors. Well, you asked me a question. I want to answer it. We came here by choice in 1794 and in 1912 on my father's side.
no,
So the
you bring
Red
that
Cross
up.
went to Haiti. So, yes, America brings in immigrants. And we've been here for decades and centuries. I don't know why
Because I
this is
remember, and this
something
is why I was
that
about to say,
confuses
because you
y'all.
said 5 generations. And I was thinking, because
Yes,
that's why I was confused when you said 1794. You said
living.
five generations, and you go back
I'm only
centuries.
counting the living. I'm only counting the living generations.
You're only counting the
I'm a,
living generations.
I'm about,
So you're saying
yes,
And a lie.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't make sense. You're only count.
how does that,
So
okay,
five
all right,
generations,
wait.
5 generations going back. That's when you start
Yes,
counting.
going back.
So
Yes. No, okay, all right. I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida.
mhm.
I'm counting the 5 generations that have been here since 1912 in Miami, Florida, and we're Haitians. And we've been here since 1912
Okay.
on this part of my father's lineage. We've been here since 1912. That is when Dr. Francois came from Haiti and established my father's side. My mother is a Louisiana Creole. She's been there since 1794. I go back, I visit her. They have the same last names as me. They speak the same language as me. They speak and they practice the same religions and eat the same food as me. I just came back from there in August.
So you're
So I have two
so if your
branches
mother
that
is,
come from
and
the
I'm gonna say
same
this. Hold
place.
on, I'm gonna say this because then we're gonna circle back to the conversation. All right. So your mother is Louisiana Creole, right?
No, she's Haitian in origin. She's a French
Because you just said
descendant
she's
of
Louisiana
mixed.
Creole. You just said she's
Okay,
Louisiana
so
Creole.
wait. Okay, all right. So
Okay.
okay, so as an American,
Y'all
you
see
don't
what I gotta go
understand
through.
what Creole means. What does
This.
Creole mean? It means mixed.
Be quiet. Be quiet. So on
Wait,
another
wait. No,
panel,
it means
stay
Y'all
mixed.
see
on
what
mute.
I
Stay
gotta
on
go
mute. So
through. Do you
on
see
another
this?
panel, Afro Lee, I'm gonna give you the background of Mr. Mike. He got his ass handed to him by the Louisiana Creoles because what he's doing is that back
I
door,
never
that
did that.
tiptoe,
Oh
that
my
four
God,
T
she's lying.
stuff. Shut up, because you pissing me off. Louisiana
You're
Creoles
lying
are
on me.
different from Haitians. The only common denominator is that
You're
they were
lying.
governed by the French at one point in time.
Lying.
However, the languages is different, the
Lying.
food is different, and the culture is
Not
different. Don't
lying.
do that to the Louisiana Creoles, okay?
Yeah,
Don't do
cause
that.
and that's what I was about to get on. Cause he said everything is the same. I'm all like, no,
Lying.
everything is not the
It's not
same.
the same.
You're lying, girl.
You're saying she's Haitian because she's Creole. And Creole and Haitian are not synonymous. They're not the
Yes.
same thing. You can't say just because somebody is Creole, they're a descendant of Haiti. If she's an American Creole, then she's a very different Creole than Haitian Creole.
Louisiana was not part of America when Creoles were made. It was a
Haiti
French
was owned by
territory.
the French. Haiti was owned by the French.
Exactly,
Okay,
sir.
and the
So
French had
Louisiana is not an
the French
American territory.
stop. Okay, dude.
No,
Dude,
no, it
no, I'm
was
talking
not an
about
American territory.
The French had the same French
Not
that
an
owned Joe
American.
ass is the same French that owned
It was not an
Louisiana.
American territory.
Let's
They
respect
so
the
Not an
whole
yes, it
thing.
is.
American
It
territory.
did become an American territory
Not
because
an American territory.
no, because I want to clear this up when it comes to the Creole thing because this is what these
It was
tether
not an
Haitians like to do.
American.
Because no. Because when they sold America off with the Louisiana Purchase, they didn't end the Creole lineage or the American Creoles on this landmass. The American Creoles stayed on the landmass. They didn't take that with them. So those
Sir,
people just
guess
lived
what?
on past the
Guess what?
Louisiana Purchase.
Guess what,
So
sir?
they're still
No, ain't
Creole.
no guess. So
Sir,
can I
guess
say
what?
this? What it sounds like? So Black Americans, right? The Brits, we do know what they did to us. They did the same thing to the islands. Are Black Americans and Caribbeans the same? Let's take my family. The Dutch own members of my family, right? I hate that word. However, is a Black American the same as the Afro Dutch from Africa? You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out, Mike. Cut it out. We're smart over here.
No, ma'am. You know what? I'm not going to cut it out because you wanted to
Okay,
bring.
so then you know what? Stay on mute. We're moving on. We're not centering you. We're not
You're not
centering
moving
you.
on because you
You're
keep.
I'm
trying
gonna
to
be honest.
backdoor.
Like, I
Try to go
wanted
on
Do
to
to
it,
the
brother.
clear
culture.
up.
That's what you gotta do.
Hold on, everybody. I wanted to clear up the thing because they go around with this misinformation. They try to spread this misinformation about Creole. So I'm glad that we're able to clear this up. But this doesn't have to do with the topic at all. Now we're completely off topic. But you did provide an opportunity for us to clear up the misinformation about Creoles because people keep mentioning Creoles as if Creoles mean a descendant of Haiti, and this is what y'all Haitians like to do. All right,
Not what I
y'all
did.
like to say
That's
that
not what I
really
did.
the only real Creoles are Haitian. That's something
You
that y'all like to do,
discriminate. You
and it's
discriminate very
not.
hard.
And it's
You
not.
discriminate very hard. We discriminate.
Okay, since you don't know American decorum, okay,
Yeah.
then we're gonna
Clearly,
have
he
to
not
move
dead.
on because now we're not even on subject right now. Now he provided opportunity for us to clear that up, but I want y'all to understand what they try to do, and this is a thing that we've talked about uh, in a live before: the immigrantizing of our culture.
Mm.
And anytime they bring up Creole and they try to tie it and make it synonymous with Haiti, and they will say the American Creoles are really just a descendant of Haitian Creoles. That's them immigrantizing our culture and them being able to stake some claim to Louisiana and stake some claim to our culture. Because when he said, my family legally immigrated here in 19, we said 19,
1912.
17, something
1912.
like that,
And
17 something, right?
18. It was
Yeah,
like eight.
1794.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
and
he
I was
said.
all like,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
but you said they were Haitian,
1794.
and Haitian didn't even have independence. So how did your family legally migrate into America, into Louisiana? All right.
Mm.
So more than likely, what happened that either they were mulattoes, descendants of the slave masters, or that didn't happen. Or you're just saying, well, because they're Creole, I'm just gonna assume that you're from Haiti, which is what they do. Or I'm going to claim that you're from Haiti because there's Haitians and there's Creoles in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little Jedi mind trick that they like to do. And it's an agenda to immigrantise everything. Everything in America comes from someplace or something outside of America. All right?
I knew he was gonna be on bullshit. I could tell.
Right. Let's and they're very different. I want you to understand. Besides the name, they're pretty much different entirely. All right? They don't eat the same thing. They don't listen to the same music. They don't dance the same. The culture is very different. Just outside of the name, they're different. All right.
Mhm. And they know that. I work
Yeah,
at a
they do.
Creole restaurant. There's plenty of Haitians that came in there like, oh, this isn't. I thought this was Haitian, and they immediately once they recognize it's not Haitian, they're like, oh, okay. I didn't know. Oh, okay, they know exactly. They know the fucking difference. So please, he playing the game.
Hmm. Let's get to Brooke. Brooke, how you doing, Brooke?
Hello, good night. I heard my name. I am at work, so I didn't hear much else, but I did hear my name. Um, hello, hi ZZ, hi BX,
Peace.
hi
I
Afro, and hi
How you doing?
family. Thank you so much for having me up.
I said your name because I wanted you to come up and explain. Brother Divine has been invited to speak out of New York State, right, at a different forum, and y'all also want to travel up. Well, have to travel up I'm not sure if it's Ithaca or someplace. And so I
Utica.
wanted to speak on that aspect and how the family can help get you there. But I wanted you to be the one because I get lost in translation sometimes. That's all.
Yes, Brother Divine definitely was invited to speak in Chicago, but we have passed that along to some other family members, and I'll let that family member speak for themselves because I don't think that he's going to be able to make that one. But we still going to make it to Utica, and so we are trying to fundraise for that because, like I said, the last time I was in Rochester, I was kind of like followed out, and so I don't want to drive my own car. And so yeah, we are fundraising to get there, but our call to actions is so if you could donate to my Cash App, that would be great. But our call to actions are the most important thing. So most people here have, probably already seen me and Afro's show together. So I probably don't need to go too much into what it is again. But we are, still collecting emails, asking the family to send emails to our legislators so they can co-sponsor and sponsor our bills. And so President Devine is in here. He has some meetings set up with him and other members of the U.S. Freedmen Project, meetings set up with our senators and assembly people to do that. So these emails give him leverage as he's going in there in these meetings to get sponsors and co-sponsors. Let me see. There's something else. Oh yes, Turkey Day is coming up and we're all going to be with our families. And this is the perfect opportunity to bring this link with you and have all your family members send out emails for us. You're all going to be together. It only takes 30 seconds, so it's not going to interrupt your dinner or your family time too much. But you can help even, your elderly family members, your tech savvy family members. You can just send it on all out to them. So just don't forget us on Turkey Day, and get everybody to send out those call to action since you're going to be around them. And I'll stop there.
Do me a favor, comment your CA because we can't really say the word, so I could copy it again to my clipboard and print it because I only have Brother Divine.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Like I said, we weren't going to be on here long, but I think we, essentially, and I want you to understand the only person who's come up here and said anything, the only people who've come up here and said anything in defense of Obama were tethers. Just noticing. You can't help but notice the obvious. That the only people who came up in here and they couldn't even really defend Obama, they just started gaslighting and being disingenuous. Like, I don't see what the problem is. I think he was respectful. He took a picture with her. No, that was just somebody else. Oh, my bad. Well, still, you don't understand. Obama couldn't. It's all this. Obama couldn't have did anything. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but he didn't do what he could have done.
Let's get to Omega, my brother.
B1 to the panel.
People
How
know.
you doing?
All right, how y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, man, it goes back to, I remember back when situation happened with Dylan Roof, and instead of him doing something, he sang hymns. When the situation happened with Trayvon, instead of doing something, he started talking about what would happen if he had a son and how the son would look like him and all of that crazy stuff. Like, for me, this man has had a track record of basically playing in our faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, since he's been in the political sphere, he's done nothing but shown complete vitriol toward our ethnic group. And this was just more of the same. Now, I do believe that they're trying to wheel him out there to see what they can get out of him. But the Democrats have basically been the masters of not being able to read a room. And so he should face the backlash that he's facing right now. But it's more the same. It's just more blatant disrespect toward us. And I'll land there.
I also want to add that the previous speaker, he brought up you have to understand that Obama, in the climate that Obama was in a certain climate where it was so difficult. And that's the excuse that the DNC shows keep making. Well, you have to understand what was the social climate at the time. It would have been so much controversy if Obama did all that. Obama has done a lot of things that were controversial. Okay. His support, let's be honest, Obama's open and unapologetic support of the LGBT community. I mean, turning the whole White House rainbow colors and everything like that. Very controversial at the time, but didn't stop him from doing it.
Yeah,
A lot of
brother
stuff
Afro.
Obama has done for other groups of people that was controversial and didn't stop him.
Yeah,
And
nah, I was.
if it was controversial,
Right.
then when is it not going to be controversial? When is our issues not controversial enough to be recognized?
Anything specifically for black people is controversial. Let's just be real. The hell, that alone is controversial.
They just saying this. They just saying controversial because they scared like he's gonna get off or something like that. That's what they mean. Like if you do anything good for black people, they say it's too controversial because you're gonna get off. Because honestly, Trump, he does any like when you the president, you can do whatever you want for real. You could sign that executive order. You got the power to do what you want. They just saying that if Obama did that, there will be some consequences for it. But he could have did it. He was just scared to do it. But you see, Trump ain't scared to do nothing. He do everything that come to his mind. So you just gotta have the guts to do the right thing when you the president, or do what you really believe in. But if you scared, then just don't take that position, man, because he definitely didn't do right for us. It's terrible. So I just wanted to say that.
That's the excuse that they make. But when you connect all of the dots, you see he just didn't give a damn.
Yeah, it's well groomed.
He didn't give a damn.
Yeah,
And,
probably.
and they will make the excuse. Do you know how many threats Obama was getting online? They were calling him the N-word in his email. Oh, okay. I know. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were.
Yeah,
But
and
what does that mean to us? What are we supposed to do? You don't think he
You still got
expected
to
that
do the
was going
right
to
thing.
happen when he got the job? You don't think that
Exactly.
he was surprised, like, oh my God, I don't know why they called me that word. Like, no, they were probably calling him that for years, and he was turning around, shaking their hand. Okay, so now what? Like, he can be so controversial to a little bit, but if he crosses a line, it's over with for him. Okay, well, if that's the case, we're supposed to give you a pass for not having the bravery and the courageousness to cross the line to help the citizens that got you elected. That's what we do.
Bro, this the same man that made gay marriage legal. Like that wasn't legal for a long time in history, but then he made that a thing. So that was already pushing the lines, and he did that. So I mean, there's so many things he could have done. He was just scared to do something for the people. That's all it was. And like you said, he might not have cared. You might be like, honestly, I'm not in his head. He might Obama might not give a crap about us at all. To be honest with you, so I
we
don't
know.
even know. But either way, he's in the wrong, and he needs to just stop talking about everything that has to do with FBAs or Black Americans. He just needs to shut up on it because he had his time to do something and he didn't do squat. So he should be quiet. That's it. Yeah,
Can I say
that's
something,
it,
Alpha?
bro.
Yeah, yeah. Real quick, and then we're gonna get to Mary. Then we'll start wrapping things up.
All right, signing up to be a president or a politician is basically saying that I am willing to unalive for this, for my constituents, for my people, for the people that are voting for me. Like, there's no ifs, ands, and in betweens. You're out there representing the people. So when you hear a politician say that, oh, I was scared, that is a person that is telling you that they are not worthy of your vote. Donald Trump's base became fully solidified after that attempt on him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When they clipped his ear and he held up his fist, the Mayo militia went wild. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a leader is supposed to look like. All of that excuse making about, man, it was too dangerous. That's what you signed up for.
Yeah,
I
that's
land.
true. Not only did he do, and the worst part about it is, not only did he do it once, he did it twice. He ran twice. So if it was like, if you got in, it was like, oh wow, this is overwhelming. I didn't expect it to be like that. Why did you run the second time? You ran twice and didn't do anything both terms. So come on, all of this, well, the climate is just so controversial. Every single thing that is slightly productive for black people is always super controversial.
Yep.
Okay? It's always backlash. There's never going to be a point in time where progress for black people faces no backlash. Whether that was Black Lives Matter, whether that was reparations, and when I say Black Lives Matter, I mean the movement, not the organization. Whether that was George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, whether that was reparations, whether that was affirmative action, even though we see how that flipped, whether that was DEI, even though we see how that flipped. But you know what I'm saying? Anything that could be beneficial to black people faces extreme backlash. So now is the time, because there's not going to be a time where if you did it, it wouldn't face backlash. You wouldn't get backlash. So it's not like, well, this. They try to frame it like it's some type of genius chess move. Well, I'm waiting for the right time, and then when society is more comfortable with black people, then I can do something. I just gotta wait for the comfortability of white folk. Okay, but it was black people who put him in office twice.
Yeah, my thing is, if you gonna get treated like a nigga, you might as well do something for the niggas. I'm just saying. If you're gonna use that excuse, you should have did something, especially twice. That's insane. And I'm glad that brother said that the Democrats don't know how to read the room too, because that's a fact. Obama, as just a few months ago, when Kamala was running, he was in a room full of black men at the barbershop. Oh, it was in a barbershop, but at the room full of black men trying to tell them like how it would be their fault if they didn't vote for Kamala and how they would let the community down and all this other shit. So he wasn't reading the room then. That brother, that tether, should I say, it has a pattern of not being able to read the room. It's egregious.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let's get to Mary. Mary, sister, how you doing?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
That's good. Um, in regards to the prompt, I just wanted to say that Obama is playing in our face. I mean, he doesn't care. The excuse that we got to do this first, we got to do that. Every president that I've seen in my lifetime, when they're on their way out the door, they do all kind of stuff that they wouldn't have normally done during their presidency. So that excuse is just not something that we should accept in any way. He's just playing in our face. I've been wanting to come up about something. The guy was just mentioning something about New Orleans, and I don't want to, I know you always want to stick to the topic, but I do want you to just maybe look up when you have time. New Orleans has got ice coming through. I'm back in the States, by the way, y'all.
Yeah,
New
I seen
Orleans has
that.
New Orleans has ice coming through. And now what they're doing is going online and pushing a narrative that the immigrants, the Hispanic immigrants rebuilt New Orleans when they came out. And I wanted to I'll send you to some stuff if you like, but I really think you need to look into that because that's definitely a topic of conversation. These people literally pushed black contractors out, have completely pushed them out during Hurricane Katrina. They were unable to get jobs, and now the narrative is, well, they rebuilt the city, so we should help them as black people.
Hell
Both
no.
the people who displaced you is just wild and crazy. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
And then let me ask you this: how were they getting contracts if they were illegal?
Mm.
You think? Like, if ICE could pick them up, that means that they're not here legally. That means that their paperwork isn't in order. So how were they given state contracts if they don't even have their legal documents and legal paperwork? Which, if first off, it shows that either one, it's untrue that they did anything, or two, that they're being prioritized despite not even being citizens here.
Yes, and I think it's definitely number two because they definitely were receiving opportunities that other. I was doing some research on it myself, and I even found an article from my father where he was talking about the fact that of how they were displacing workers and how he had people who wanted to work. He had 14 employees, but he could not. No one had anywhere to stay, and so of course they're coming in and they're throwing 15 people in one place, so of course they can come work to rebuild. So it's just like they're just basically shifting a narrative when the stuff is there showing that's not actually true. You priced out people. That's what you did. And now, even when it comes to New Orleans, with the hospitality, that always was black maids. It's all Hispanics now, right? So to try and sit there and say it like we owe somebody something who is displacing us is crazy. And I feel so bad for my people in New Orleans because they're falling for that narrative. And that's crazy. No, you don't need to support ICE, right? But you definitely don't need to be supporting and saying they helped rebuild. They pushed you out. Why would you support that?
Yeah.
So it's just crazy.
Thank you for letting us know that. And
Thank you.
if you can send that to me, I'd greatly appreciate that.
All right.
Let's get to Black American proverb, and then we'll wrap things up.
I be heard all right.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to come up. I know you guys are trying to rap. Thank you for those call to actions, Sister Brooke, Sister VX. Thank you guys for that. We will get this irrigation in New York. That's a promise. Um, and I just wanted to say thank you as well for letting that brother go on. And I say brother with quotation marks that was claiming Haiti and claiming the Creole because what he did here on the stage is exactly what Obama did politically, right? And so what Obama did was he took his tethering background and he attached it to all that we did, all that we built, and all the political cachet we had created long before he became a politician. And he then tethered on to Michelle to give him credibility in our communities. Because Michelle Obama is the only, we know that from record and we know that from his autobiography, she's the only black woman that he's ever been with. Before that was all white women. And so we already know that though his dad is Kenyan, his mom is white. And so Obama, if not for all the performative racism from the right wing, they would have been able to see that he helped them far more than he ever helped us. And that is what he was put in place to do. And so when you see him doing what he's doing with our sister Viola, and with our brothers and sisters at the church in Charleston, and then with Trayvon Martin, like that's just more tethering. Right? Like when you think about it, we know what we know now. We understand that.
Oh, you're muffling.
I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Let me see if I better or worse. I know my service
People
goes
is
out
Afro
sometimes.
sleep. I am not sleep. I'm looking at another device. Every time y'all be in the chat room dragging me, just roasting me. Afro looks sleepy. Afro looks so tired. Afro needs to take a nap. Y'all be in here just talking mad shit about. Okay. Okay. Go
Is it
ahead,
better?
brother. Go ahead. You got it.
Is it better or the same? Worse?
Yeah, it was good. It was good before, and then it started like getting muffled. I don't know what happened.
Am I still muffled now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good, good. So let me finish fast before it happens again. My service be janky. So yeah, I just want to say that what he said with Trey Martin in hindsight, what we know now about tethers and what we know about now as we're moving forward in this foundational Black American Renaissance is that him making that comment about Trayvon Martin is the epitome of tethering, right? He didn't say Trayvon Martin was his son or Trayvon Martin could be his son. He said if I had a son, Trayvon Martin, that's what he would look like, Trayvon Martin. And so I think his entire presidency is responsible, in my opinion, at least, especially for me. He was the motivation for me to understand that we needed to delineate. He was the motivation for me to realize that we needed representation from the lineage and nothing else would do and nothing else would measure up. And I'll say two things as I close. One, you have to
Again.
understand because a
Okay.
lot of times,
Okay. It happened again. I'm not sure why that
all
keeps
right.
happening.
All right, so I'll land right there. I don't want to mess up the live and mess up the
All right.
flow.
Thank you.
Can
I
I
don't
say
know. I mean,
something?
he was cooking, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I want to tell him, like, sometimes that happens to me, and you know what it is, Brother Divine? My hand is resting over the speaker. And when they say, BX, your mic, and I move my hand, it clears right up. Because it's how comfortable I am holding my phone that sometimes my pinky finger goes over the speaker and I get muffled. So maybe it's a case like that. Maybe.
Thanks for
No.
the tip. I definitely will be mindful of that.
Oh, no problem.
All right. And all right. Wrap things up, I guess. I suppose. Wrap things up. So,
I'm
y'all make
sorry,
sure y'all,
Echo. We
huh?
didn't hear ZZ, and I think the Black American House chimed in just a little bit, but we didn't get his thoughts on the prompt either, did we? And he's been up here just as quiet
Yeah,
all
I
the
thought he,
time.
I thought he already spoke. Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
I agree with a lot of the different statements that were up here, but I know, I guess for me, it's just kind of interesting that, and I try to keep it brief. 'Cause I know you're trying to end the live, but it was just interesting that Obama all of a sudden wants to talk about um, the passing of our ancestor but he didn't want to do anything for us when he was in office. And that's, I guess, that's kind of all I wanted to say. It just kind of infuriated me. And then I guess we need to. I don't know if we really did a moment of silence for our ancestor, because she did pass away at 111, which is an angel number. So that's what I would like to do for her, is to have a moment of silence. And I'll land there.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. ZZ, any final words?
Final thoughts. Yeah, definitely RP to the ancestors. Her work was appreciated. All the sacrifices of our ancestors appreciated. At the end of the day, Obama cannot be trusted. Period. Honestly, I don't trust Michelle or him. To be honest, they out here in the public again. I'm not sure what they got, what they plotting on. I do believe everything they do, not just the Obamas, but anybody in the political space, especially those that's been in such high places as them. When you start to see them make their rounds like this, it's intentional. So they see what's going on with the delineation movement. They see us pushing for reparations. And this is no coincidence that he all of a sudden now, after she passes, feels the need to give her some sort of recognition. I don't believe that's a coincidence. Again, I think they got something up their sleeves. But it's not to be trusted. They are very disingenuous. This is not an authentic recognition. They don't give a damn about that woman or her struggles or Tulsa. Obama specifically doesn't even have a connection to this land. He's not a foundational Black American. Again, he's white and Kenyan. And that's why he was placed in that position, because they know an FBA person who does have a connection to this land, who does have a connection to our lineage and to our culture and to our history, who understands our history and can feel it. Would be doing something, would have at least gave her some sort of recognition while he was in office, all right? And would have done something for the people of Tulsa, period. Okay, so this is not to be trusted. This is not to be something that he should be thanked for. I don't think he should be. I'm not giving him a bunch of sympathy about being in office. He was in the political realm for a long time. Yes, he was. He definitely went through some egregious things. They were saying a lot of egregious shit about him while he was in office. But that wasn't his first merry-go-round. What are we talking about? Like, he was in the political space for a very long time before he became president. He knew what was about to come with the game. He knew what coattails he was riding on, which was foundational Black Americans, and he knew what the expectation would be. So I really don't. I mean, honestly, the fucking sympathy is out the window. I don't really give a damn about that, to be honest. Like, it is what this is. You're in America. Like, what do you mean? Come on. You're a Black man in America. This is what comes with the game. Who's in a position of political power? Duh. You're going to get backlash, of course. So yeah, he could have most definitely done more than what he did. Of course, he's controlled, but the president's elected, not elected, so we know that he's controlled, and that they put the right Negro in there. He was groomed to go up there and do it exactly what his masters told him to do. So, but I digress. It is what it is. RP to the sister. Shout out to the chat and the panel. Ignorance.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all follow For the Culture. We just reached over 10,000 subscribers. We barely had over 3,000, I think, in the beginning of the year. I gotta actually go back and see. So we've really we tripled what we were in the beginning of the year. So thank you all so very much for that. Thank you guys so very much. Okay. And we still got a whole month to go. We still got a month and a good week and a month to go. So we still got more to go, y'all. We still got more to go. All right. I just want to take this time to thank you guys.
Please, we do appreciate it, and keep subscribing. Go ahead and subscribe right now if you're not. The link's in the bio.
Culture on YouTube. All right. BX, can you close us out, please?
You didn't say where they could watch the playback at.
Yeah, go to For the Culture. Yeah, if you want to watch the playback, go to For the Culture.
Okay, cool. And I gotta ask you, Afro, when is the next time you coming live on TikTok again?
I want to go live tomorrow before my live stream tomorrow. So that'll be in the afternoon time.
Okay. I take my old lady nap. So. We got to work that out. You can't just, BX, I'm going live now, and then go live, and BX is snoring. But it's because I do be up, like, my 50-year-old body isn't the same as my 20 and 30-year-old body where I could stay up for 2 nights modding or whatever it was I was doing. I can't. I'll be up here late night modding for the fam. I just want to say to you and ZZ, I love y'all for real. I heard the shout out that y'all gave me. I was so happy. I do peek in on your comment section, and I hate when they come for y'all too. So sometimes you'll see me dragging somebody. It's all in supporting my own. But I want to say this to everybody. It's okay to support us. It's okay to say, listen, this is for foundational Black Americans only. As you can see, Afro Elite, he not only is an influencer on these apps, he actually activates in real life, and he speaks to the likes of Mayor Johnson over there in Chicago, who is really, 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 really harmful to the foundational Black American community. So please know that Afro Elite is speaking from not only a place of scholarship, but experience too, and he stomps the yard for the lineage, especially in Chicago. And I truly admire you, Afro. ZZ. You give these perspectives as a they call me the silent generation or something, but you give us a different perspective, a younger perspective. And I love hearing your insight. That's why I'll stop and say, wait, we didn't hear from Zizi. So keep being you, sister, and keep being true and standing 10 toes down for the lineage. And we know I adore Sister Brooke and Brother Divine. They are stomping the yard in New York at a time where I felt like an alien. I said, what's going on around here? Nobody, and then seeing the erasure and think tanks saying New York FBA is not there. They're just the internet thing and the Caribbean run New York and stuff. To see them outnumbered in certain spaces. So you got to follow the YouTubes and Sister Keisha of Thorough Black Talk Worldview. They literally go into Pan-African spaces where they are outnumbered and stand 10 toes down for the lineage. Okay, so please sign their calls to actions. I am grassroots, not officially a part of their organization, but believe in them, and I will never come to y'all with something I don't believe in. And if you know me for the 3 years that I've been on this app, I've been speaking about the truth of the dynamics in New York. I've been threatened by the Latinos for telling them proximity does not mean same. You're not Black, you didn't create hip hop, and you can't say the N-word. So we are the real deal up here. Yeah, I'm saying I'm the real deal too. So please participate in our calls to action. Sharing, besides donating, is also a form of support. Brooke has a goal of 50 million signatures. It's 50 million foundational Black Americans, whether you identify as that or not, sign her calls to actions and Brother Divine's calls to actions to help them get to Issachar so they could stand in the face of Pan-Africanism once again, because that damn commission board know what they're doing to us is illegal, unconstitutional. They're trying to keep a race-based reparations bill, and that won't fly. So the U.S. Freedmen's Project is standing in the void where we all should be, right? Being our voice. And I just want to say thank you all. Peace, love, light, and reparations to my foundational Black Americans. I love us for real. Oh, Utica, not Issachar. Utica. Support. Thank you. Afro.
Okay, yeah, peace.
I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
No,
He's
I
like,
was
what you
just
like,
button,
BX?
and there's a thing. It says there's a little message it left for me, so I was just reading that. But thank you all for that, and y'all have a good rest of your evening. I'll see you all soon.
Peace. Be one.